Hey, it's Kattalestv. I am in the Cactus Park in Beverly Hills. I don't know if that's what it's called. However, this is a perfect place to do this video. The prickly situation about Hollyweird. Justin Bieber has been in the news a lot lately. Some of you have seen the videos. They're very disturbing, the ones with Odell Beckham. I recently found out that was during a New Year's party because you can hear Diddy's voice saying Happy New Year. And if the information is true, that the man that's suing him, Mr. Jones, said that every time there's a Diddy party, Diddy makes you sign an agreement that says he owns all the footage and no one else can use the footage except him. So then it's making me assume that Diddy has been releasing all the videos of Justin Bieber at all of his parties. I've seen at least, I think, 3. One with Odell Beckham where it looks like he's servicing Odell Beckham. There's another one with Diddy giving Bieber a leather jacket and Bieber's pants are falling down towards his ankle and he looks really wasted. There's another video of Diddy meeting Justin, I think in Miami, where he's patting him down and telling him, I own your ass. That's what one commentator picked out of the video. I mean, I'm at a loss for words because I know this is going to sound very naive. I had no idea the evil in Hollyweird, and I'm so heartbroken. And you know, with the Tory Lanez case, sitting in that courtroom listening to people take the stand, and the doctor that operated on, or I don't even know if you call it operation, but took out the alleged fragments from Megan Thee Stallion's feet, he wasn't even there. The doctor's note, one of them was doctored. The LAPD lost the gun, the bullets, the fragments from her feet, the surveillance evidence, because all the houses around there had security cameras. So based on knowing like that, and then finding out that Kathy White, who was allegedly Jay-Z's mistress, who was allegedly pregnant, was allegedly murdered, and Kim Porter allegedly was murdered, and the coroner who originally investigated her death, who went to the crime scene, who said it was suspicious, he died. So, and Corey Gamble was there. Corey Gamble was at Kim Porter's house. Corey Gamble was also Justin Bieber's tour manager like 10 years ago. For all I know, I probably photographed Corey Gamble with Bieber in Beverly Hills because I used to shoot in Beverly Hills a lot like 10 years ago. Corey Gamble seems to be a part of every big celebrity. The Kardashians. He was also there when Tory Lanez was at that party, and where it ended up, Tory was accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion, and he's been in prison for over a year, and he's facing 10. Who knows how that appeal is going to go? So the reason why I'm telling you this roundabout story is that I'm just shocked about the information coming, and it's starting to make sense. If you notice patterns, you start realizing there seems to be a common thread. And I had a friend a long time ago who told me that the Rihanna situation with Chris Brown wasn't what everyone thought it was. He told me something a long time ago, and I was like, huh? But now it turns out that he may have been correct. And the rumors are, allegedly, Rihanna was in a relationship with Jay-Z, started at a very young age, but also Jay-Z has a pattern with being associated with very young singers, not just singers, but just people that he meets. And getting back to Rihanna, allegedly Rihanna had a sexually transmitted disease that she got from Jay-Z, and Rihanna passed it along to Chris Brown. And in order for Chris Brown not to go to jail, they forced him to not tell what really happened. And this sounds familiar in regard to the Tory Lanez case. So we're dealing with a group of people that are very, very clever, very, very sadistic, very, very powerful, who know how to put the screws figuratively and literally in people. And it looks like Bieber and the people that are involved with Diddy are always under surveillance. There's always handlers. And I guess Bieber put out a video or a picture on his Instagram where he's crying, and his alleged wife says, "Pretty crier." A person that actually loves somebody wouldn't say that. That's so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's so problematic and so gaslit. And Haley is problematic in herself because allegedly she was a yacht girl. You know, those pretty young things that go on yachts, and men, very rich men, pay for them to hang out with them. But that marriage doesn't seem to be real. And allegedly Bieber said something that he was, he liked what happened to him with Diddy. I just want to say, I'm getting bit by ants. Sorry, that's why I keep moving around and looking down. I just want to make this really clear. One, where are the adults in the room? Where are the people that actually look out for Bieber and don't just make money off of him? And I'm not just trying to just focus on Bieber only. All those kids that went to Nickelodeon, that went to Disney. I heard the parents are paid to not be on set, not watch their kids. And these predators were able to make really sick jokes in the script and exploit these kids, right? So I look at Bieber and I wonder what his mom was doing and what his dad was doing. He didn't seem to have a relationship with his father, and his mom had him when she was young. But it just doesn't seem like anyone was looking out for his best interests at all. And it's really heartbreaking because to be so talented, like so many of these people, they are artists and they're exploited by people who don't have the talent, but they're very abusive. So honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. People make it sound like it's so easy for Bieber to go somewhere and tell his story. And I just want to say, I totally get why it's difficult for him to tell his story, because he's being watched all the time. I am sure he's being tailed. Another thing that happens with a lot of these A-listers is that the paparazzi, they follow them. They know their car, they know their license plates. Even when they change the license plates, they're able to possibly get the information by paying somebody off. TMZ has done that lots of times, where they pay people who work for the court system or the police, or, you know, a hairdresser here or there, a restaurateur, to tell them who's coming. And sometimes they even do set up photographs with people or interviews, you know, because they deal with the publicist. It's all a marketing game. But in regards to like Bieber, he can't just like run away. Okay, I was getting eaten by ants, so I moved. So long story short, this is a cabal of some very powerful entities, let's say. I don't even know. Honestly, I'm at a loss, because all these different groups are somehow entwined. It's the music industry, it's sex trafficking, it's drug trafficking, um, it's money laundering, it's entertainment, and it's even big churches like TD Jakes and whoever that church that Justin used to be a part of. There's video of him being very, very affectionate with his pastor. And when I say affectionate, more like a lover, not like a friend. And where I got cut off before when I was getting eaten by ants was that allegedly Bieber feels like it's his fault. And I just want to say, not that he's going to see this video, it wasn't his fault. And if you've been in a situation where you've been manipulated, hurt, abused by somebody that was older than you, or even the same age, but they lied to you, they drugged you, they abused you when you trusted them, it isn't your fault. I mean, my heart's broken. People make fun of me because I cry for people I don't know, but again, I photographed Justin multiple times in Beverly Hills, and I believe I photographed him. I don't remember exactly, but I think the first time he performed was at the Citadel a long time ago. And I realized this kid was like the Beatles. You know, it was, the girls were screaming, there was ambulances picking up people because they had passed out. And I was like, wow, and oh yeah, I remember now. I was watching this kid. He was so talented. He played drums, he sang, he danced. He was amazing. And he was exploited. A young child, drugged, doesn't have the option to like it. He's brainwashed. And like I said, it breaks my heart. I wish he had parents that actually looked out for him and took care of him. But I don't even know if there's anybody in Hollywood that's successful if they didn't have to do something weird based on some of the information that's coming out now. But a lot of people just don't get it. They're like, oh, he should just come out and just tell somebody. Like, who's he going to tell? A lot of people in the LAPD, no offense, but they're paid by higher ups. Like, Scientology has a big hand in the LAPD. We found that out in multiple cases. Danny Masterson, the Biggie, and the Biggie death, and even the Tupac death. There was allegedly police officers doing some strange things involved, but LA has a huge reputation of having bad bot cops. So it's not as easy as people think that Justin just can go to somebody and tell them. The sad thing is he's suffering alone, it seems. His wife doesn't seem to be a real wife. She might be a handler, serious. So what I find encouraging is there are a lot of people online that are actually putting all these pieces together. Corey Gamble, Diddy, Jay-Z, Lucen Grange, the head of music of YouTube. What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have my thoughts running in my head. But yeah, I know what it's like to be harassed, trust, and people who you thought were your friends, not friends, but people who you worked around are harassing you and trying to get you to protect criminals. And it's not fun. And it's very difficult. You have to be really, really strong, and you have to dig down really deep. But I wouldn't wish this on anyone. He's outnumbered. people like you and me telling the story, sharing the story, letting other people know is at least something. But pray for him and all the people abused. But do not think that it's easy for them to come forward, because it's not. There's consequences. You know, look at Kim Porter. She tried to come forward and she's dead. A lot of people have been threatened. I mean, I'll tell you this. I dated a guy, I don't even know, was it like 2 years ago? And I stopped dating him. To this day, he still tries to harass me. He gets his friends to stalk me and do weird stuff and try to engage in some attention bullshit. It's called gaslighting. It's called hoovering. And I'm not a star, and I got to deal with that shit. I've been trying to figure out what's the correct way. You know what I'm saying? Because one, I'm a fucking Scorpion. And two, I have lots of evidence for over a year of him and his friends encroaching in my space, harassing me and trying to act like they're not doing what they're doing. So I haven't figured it out yet, what I'm going to do. Because a lot of the cops here, they don't take harassment seriously. I was followed by some guy, like, I don't even remember. It was ridiculous in Beverly Hills a long time ago. And I stopped a cop and I said, hey, I'm being followed by this guy in this van. And the cop was like, what did you do? And I go, I didn't do anything. And, you know, he didn't want to take what I was telling him seriously. And it so happened the guy that was harassing me, who's a famous pap, who's a total pig, named Giles, by the way, he comes around so many times, I think at least 3, while I'm talking to the cop has to actually take it seriously. So that's what we're dealing with when we deal with, you know, abuse. Who do you tell, and how do you deal with it? And another story I'll tell you is that when I got robbed by 2 celebrities, I won't even mention their name, because right now some of you think that one of them's a big fucking hero. I was told by the lead detective to get me a lawyer, and I was like, why do I need a lawyer? I'm the victim. And what he was implying to me, that everybody in LA settles. They take the money and they don't prosecute. I went for prosecution. One of the people killed somebody else while he was on parole. Or not parole. What do you call that? Out on bond or something? He was out on bond for like 2 different cases. But while he was out on bond for not only my case but another case, he killed someone. And then while I was waiting to face him in court, they gave him a plea deal because the murder case was more important than my case, even though it happened before his case. What are you going to do? So, even in my life, I've seen with my own eyes and my own heart, justice does not always work in your favor, even if you are the person that suffered the injustice. So it makes you question, what are your options? I hope and pray people like Justin Bieber do not give up, that they have somebody or some people that actually care for him. The other thing I'm really concerned about is Justin sold his music catalog for $200 million. In my opinion, his catalog is worth way more than that. I'm afraid that his wife and her family allegedly could be, I'm not saying it's true, and the people that control Bieber, they don't care if Bieber makes it, because if he dies, that money is going to go to her. You understand? Or the people that are saying, that are controlling him. You understand? I don't know who owns his music. I think Universal Music, maybe? I don't know who bought it, but he was at Lucien Grange's star ceremony. And if you don't know, Lucien Grange or I hope I'm saying his name right. It might be Grange or Grenage. He was knighted by Prince William in 2016, and he owns 50% of the entire music industry, allegedly. And people are connecting him with Drake in a intimate way. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. All I'm saying is owning 50% of the music industry is huge. But Justin was at his star ceremony, and Justin looked wasted. So anyway, there's a lot to digest. You know what I'm saying? I'm pondering getting the fuck out of Hollywood because it doesn't seem to serve me at all. If you're a halfway decent person, this place is not for you. I'm telling you right now. The men are weird. You don't know if they're on the DL or they're not necessarily going to tell you the truth. But I guess a lot of people that are going for whatever they're going for, they're going to be very deceptive and very manipulative, I guess. But I've had people that I knew that were involved in like cult-like behavior or trying to get me to go to some place that ended up being Scientology or some other bullshit. So this isn't a town for somebody that's decent. Trust me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, write down and below like what you think a victim should do when it comes to being harassed by somebody and the police don't take it seriously and you've given them evidence, you posted it on Twitter and you get no response, and you called them on the business card and they don't call you back. That's how LA rolls, or Santa Monica as well. I'm just letting you know it's not as easy as some of the people think. You're going to have to think on a multi-dimensional level how to get justice. But I hope and pray Justin and people like him don't give up. This is Kat at Kattalestv. Thanks for listening. Please leave a comment down below. And also check out my artwork on Redbubble, because it seems like nobody's watching my YouTube channel anymore because I'm not shooting celebrities. So I'm not making money off of YouTube. Not that it, like, you know, but I'm just saying I need to make a living. But I'd appreciate it if at least check out my other videos, and also check out my Redbubble, and also check out my Poshmark. All right, take care and care about other people, and don't and if you can, send some love to Justin and all those people. Orlando Bloom, Britney Spears. I mean, it can go on and on and on and on and on. But this town is a great place for the wicked. They call it Hollywood for a reason. Hollywood means magical stick. Magical dick. I will talk to you later. Peace.